Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video. In this video, we are gonna talk about the Kardashians humiliation month. Maybe this humiliation lasts for the year for them because the internet is not allowing them to move on. The internet is not allowing them to forget what they have done to Jordyn Woods, and as such, because Jordyn Woods has recently tied the knot to her fiance Carl Towns, who is the MVP of Nick's team, they even had the trophy at their wedding, honey. Like, this couple is just goals. And you know how they say equally yoked? Carl and Jordyn, equally yoked. They're not together because of Hollywood. They're not together to stunt on anyone. They're not together to get revenge on anyone. Their love is coming from, when you plant that little tiny seed and it germinates, it's coming from a place of solid foundation. They were built on genuinity. They were built on trust. And like hell, they did not get to where they are overnight. Of course, both parties put in the work. And even though Jordyn Woods had a man who had good money, even though he was buying her the Ferrari and, all the expensive gifts that money could buy, Jordyn was determined to create something for herself. She was still determined to create a life of her own, and she was still determined to make herself be of value to herself. And when you experience like a group of people, just imagine a group of people coming together against you as an individual. I had that experience recently, a group of people, yes. And you guys know, I tell you things that goes on. Sometimes I see people in my comment section telling me to talk about me. I'm like, bitch, if you were paying attention, you would know I've been talking about me, because every time someone comes onto my channel, I want them to remember this. I want them to remember that life gets real and ish gets real. Some people, they may not talk about their experiences because they know that based on the niche that we're in, the internet can be mean, it can be horrible, and it can be very brutal.
What if you could hear them?
I've experienced people calling me names in my comment section. Some crazy stuff, telling me that I'm sick, I don't shower, and honey, if only they knew, like, I'm the sweetest thing you'll ever smell, maybe next to Rihanna. Trust and believe. You know that when you get up in the morning and if you live, close to like a good pastry shop and you get that nice warm vanilla scent that just awakens the senses, honey, that's me. That's me. And when you talk about buttery soft skin, sweetie, that's me. If I can't tell you anything else about me for sure, I'm going to tell you that. Should you say shake my hands? You're not going to know the difference between my hands and a baby's hands. Very soft, and I smell really good. But people are in my comment section telling me about me, right? So I'm just sharing that with you, saying that, I understand what it is for people to come against you. They came against Jordyn Woods, and it's trust and believe. I know quite a few of us have had that experience. When a group of people come against you, especially if they are of one of money, status, and power, that shit is not something that you easily overcome. But didn't Jordyn Woods overcome? Yes, and it's not easy. Even though she made it look easy, you trust and believe it was not easy. And not only did she overcome, she came out on top. So because she came out on top, everyone is like, yes, this is it. And this is what the internet wanted for Barney B. after she went through everything she went through with Offset, and she came on the internet crying, and when she says, I'm going back outside, and and when we saw her with that guy from the NFL, we were thinking, okay, the guys in sports, they're not perfect, but we know she ain't no way she's gonna choose something close to what she is coming from, right? And she did. So we were like, girl, bye. We can't even with you at this time. So with Jordyn Woods, people are going to cheer Jordyn Woods on because Jordyn Woods is the literal blueprint to leveling up. Jordyn Woods is that girl that many people wanted to be, but did not get the opportunity to be because they never had the support system, and it takes immense strength and determination and strong will to keep going. So seeing Jordyn Woods' victory, even though it is Jordyn Woods' victory, it is victory for many other girls as well, and not just black, brown girls. It is for white girls too, So, as such, the internet is not going to give the Kylie Jenners a break for this month. Good luck with getting a break next month, honey. If they're lucky enough. If they're lucky enough, the internet will say, okay, I think we're doing a bit too much now. But they're not giving them a break this month because we've seen one of the most beautiful classic weddings that we've seen in quite a while. And, it was an elegant wedding because the dress code or the attire was black. And, even Kylie's not getting a break from the internet. People are there trying to save Kylie by saying, oh, if it was my friend, I would want my friend to turn the F up, and Kylie turned up for Jordyn weddings, for Jordyn wedding, not weddings, but wedding. And I'm like, she turned up and she turned out because everything was just hanging out. I do agree that she looked beautiful. I do agree that she looked gorgeous, but most of us are saying it was an elegant wedding. Kylie tried to make herself the focal point of her friend wedding, and we find it to be selfish because this level of selfishness is a reoccurring theme with the Kylie Jenners, and it's too much. That's what we're saying. We saw Kim Kardashian doing it with Stephanie Shepard, and what are the chances that Kim got dragged for it by the public, and then Kylie, as though she's saying, you know what? I'm gonna wear something as close to what Kim did at Stephanie Shepard's wedding, cause I realized how the internet dragged Kim for that. And like hell, you all have to know I was at that wedding. One way or the other, you guys are gonna know. And when she noticed that the media outlets were flying above, what did she do? She ensured she was standing in clear view, and she was standing for quite a while because she knows once they know she's down there, they're gonna stay up there to get the best shot of her down there. Even though her seat was not up front because it was family and close friends first, and then everyone else after. Kylie doesn't count as Jordyn Woods' best friend. Jordyn Woods told us, 2 to 3 years ago, that it's not Kylie who is her best friend. At one point, we know it was Kylie because she was living with her. They had a wedding together. That's how close it was. But then, because Kylie's in a cult with a family, Kylie had to choose the cult, or else she would have been kicked out of the cult. But Jordyn Woods is making Kylie see the light, and Jordyn Woods is making Kylie realizing that the cult only ruins you. It doesn't serve you. Now, Kylie is trying to pull out of the cult, but is she successful? I would say somewhat, but not entirely. Might be a bit late, but again, it's never too late for a shower of rain. Kendall was able to pull herself from the cult as it relates to her relationship. Kendall was able to successfully do that, but Kylie started when it was a bit too late. And as such, kudos to her for still trying, but like hell, Jordyn Woods is showing Kylie that there's another way to live your life. And that is why you see Kylie cannot give up the Jordyn Woods friendship. I want to talk about that in another video because I spoke about it some time ago and I'm getting glance of it again, proving that what I said before was correct. But the point of this video, honey, is just to say the internet is not allowing the Kardashians to forget what they did to Jordyn Woods. The internet is saying, now that Jordyn is married, now that you all played your little dirty hands, you thought you were better than this girl. However, Jordyn Woods leveled up, but what are you guys doing? Because you all are stuck in the same place, miserable, botched, and still searching. Kim is on the internet, parading around with her gay boyfriend. But what else the girl gonna do, honey? What else is she gonna do? Leave your comments below, and we're gonna talk some more. Peace.